There is a legend among travelers about a specific hotel room, a room that evades floor plans, refuses to show up on security cameras, and quietly erases the identity of anyone who stays inside. Arav was just looking for a way out of the storm. He was stranded on a mountain road with a GPS that kept spinning in useless circles, leaving him with no choice but to pull over. The fog eventually revealed the Hotel Evergreen. Inside the lobby, a single, unsmiling receptionist waited in a silence so thick it felt heavy. At this point, Arav was only looking for a bed. He checked in, unaware that the lobby doors were the last threshold of the world he knew. This register shows how few people ever find this place. There are only 3 names on the page, and the most recent entry was written 20 years ago. The receptionist didn't offer a greeting. He just slid a heavy brass key across the wood. The number stamped on it was 404. He gave Arav 2 specific rules. Do not open the door for knocks in the night, and if the room number changes, stay inside. To Arav, it sounded like a ghost story meant to give a boring hotel some local color. He took the key and headed upstairs, assuming his own logic would protect him from a few old superstitions. The room looked like any other budget hotel: a bed, a small desk, and the steady, dry ticking of an old wall clock. Then, midnight hit. The clock stopped mid-tick, and the lights died, leaving Arav in total darkness for one long, breathless second. When the power returned, the room had altered itself. The brass plaque on the door no longer said 404. It now read 403. He turned toward the mirror to catch his breath, but his reflection didn't look back with the same fear. Instead, the man in the glass was wearing a wide, unnatural smile. Arav lunged toward the glass, but the image snapped back instantly. His reflection was once again just a terrified man staring at a piece of glass. The rune creates a fracture in reality. By making him doubt what he saw in the mirror, it stripped away his sense of what was real and what was impossible. Desperate to leave, Arav bolted into the hallway, searching for the stairs or an elevator that would take him back to the lobby. He found a floor plan on the wall, but it only confirmed his isolation. The map shows the rooms jumping from 403 straight to 405. There is no space on the map for the room he just left. A whisper moved through the empty corridor, a cold voice telling him he shouldn't be out in the open. Every door in the hallway creaked open at once. Figures stood in the shadows of the doorways, distorted, older, and injured versions of Arav himself, all blocking his path. The hallway used his own fears to push him back. With every exit blocked by a different version of his own face, he was forced to retreat into the only place left, the room that shouldn't exist. He slammed the door shut and barricaded it. Then the phone rang. It was the front desk, informing him that room 404 was never part of the hotel's construction. The sound of a running faucet drew him to the bathroom. There, a figure sat backward in the tub, soaking in the rising water. The figure stood up, its back still turned. It was whereupon Arav was occupying its bed. He scrambled back toward the main room, searching for the door, but the door was gone. The wall was now a solid mirror, and inside the glass, his smiling reflection held out a hand, promising him a way out. Arav took the hand, and the world gave way. Gravity vanished as the room flipped 180 degrees, dragging him through the surface of the mirror and into the cold space behind it. The room serves as a doorway. By touching the glass, Arav completed the trade, leaving himself trapped in the reflection, while the entity walked out into his life. The next morning was peaceful. A maid entered the room and placed a cloth over the mirror, never hearing Arav's screams from the other side of the silver. Downstairs, the receptionist opened the register and logged the departure. As far as the world was concerned, Arav had checked out and moved on. Outside, a new car pulled into the gravel lot. Another traveler, escaping the rain, stepped up to the desk and asked if there were any vacancies. The receptionist handed over the key to 404, and the cycle began again.
The mirror in that room is never empty for long, and now Arov is the one waiting on the other side.